So guys, right at the end of this movie review, I'm gonna leave a black screen, and then I'm gonna share a testimony with you that very, very, very few people know about me, but I'm gonna share with you, and I really, really hope you stick around to listen to it at the end. It's a true story. It personally happened to me. And it's a situation that fully reminded me of what happens right at the end of this movie. So yeah, stay tuned, and yeah, I'll share that testimony with you right at the end. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who follow my channel, and for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. It's so good for you to be here, and I really, really, really appreciate you clicking on this link. This is a very, 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 very special, really special request to my dear colleague at work, Tara. Now I'm going to roll a quick clip because she's going to crack up laughing at this. Check this out for a sec. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is literally a joke between her and I, and no one else will get it. Anyway, you're welcome, Tara. You're amazing. I love you. You're amazing. Guys, this is also sort of a really interesting situation because my oldest brother actually told me not to worry about this movie. So to you, Mike, I say, you suck. You're a terrible. No, all film is subjective, guys. In all honesty, and it really is in every manner and every aspect of a cinema. No matter what the movie is, no matter what the genre is, of the cinematic purposes, of depending on what you're going to go see and all that sort of stuff. Like it really is, and also it depends on the mood that you go and see it. And just a really, 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 really quick story, and then I'll get into it. Many, many years ago, I was having a really, really difficult time in a situation that I was in, and I went and saw a comedy movie. I can't remember her name. I think it's Beanie. It's Jonah Hill's sister. Anyway, and I was in a really, really, really bad mood, and the movie was that funny. It was that funny that I remember actually laughing like several times throughout the movie. And I remember thinking to myself after I watched the movie how this movie must have been so unbelievably funny because I was just not in the headspace to laugh. So that right there is the power of cinema. This has nothing to do with that in any way, shape or form. I just thought I'd add that for your comedic purposes. You're welcome. It has nothing to do with anything. So anyone who's new to my channel, first of all, welcome. It's so good for you to be here. I really, really appreciate you clicking on this link. And I just want to give you a massive heads up before we go into it. And I know that my followers who have been following my channel forever know this already, but you know why I'm going to say it, because I say it every single time. I just want to give my new followers and reviewers a heads up on this one. Guys, I don't do any spoilers in my movie reviews at all in any way, shape or form, because in my personal opinion, spoilers aren't fair. And if you want to be spoiled by a movie review, go and watch a spoiler review, because you're not going to get it from here. But without further ado, guys, I'm going to roll the intro to this review. Guys, I'm going to roll the cast, the synopsis, the director, the runtime, and all the good stuff that you need to know, even the rating of this movie review. And then I'll come back and I'll get into it and give you my personal thoughts, which I've actually jotted down while I was watching this movie, because I really wanted to flesh this out and give you my wholehearted opinion on this movie. So without further ado, guys, see you soon. So I know this is an unusual thing to bring up because now that I've seen it, I understand why she did it. But in the timing of watching this movie, when you see the opening sequence, so, and I don't mean the opening sequence. So the opening sequence is the quote-unquote presence. Now, this is something about this movie that I actually really, really, really liked. The title. And Tara, I get it. I really, really get what you mean now. I really get what you mean now. The presence of this movie title is very, 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 very clever. Now, once I saw the movie, and I've literally just come back from seeing it, once I saw the movie, two things. One, this movie can either be called Presence or / awareness, because when you realize, and this is so fascinating, I've never seen this done in cinema before. The presence of the camera's aspect of what the camera's actually is, which is so brilliant. The camera's role in this film, guys, is actually a character. And you're like, what? I promise you, when you see this movie, you'll completely understand what I mean when I say that. 1000%. The camera's perspective of this movie is actually a character in the movie. And I don't think I've ever seen that done before. And if I have seen that done before, I don't remember it. But I'm pretty sure that it's never been done before in film. Now, when the character of the camera's perspective goes into the house with the real estate agent, and so the real estate agent goes to the back of the kitchen, right? And when she goes to the back of the kitchen, when I first saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, she literally just broke the fourth wall. However, now that I've seen the movie, she did it intentionally. And there's a reason why she broke the fourth wall. And those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, when I say that broke the fourth wall, any actor in a movie who looks / speaks to the camera like directly, like I'm talking to you right now, I'm breaking the fourth wall. This is called breaking the fourth wall because I'm talking to you, the audience. But when you're in a cinematic perspective, breaking the fourth wall, the characters, their role is to not look at the camera. So when you see a character / actor look at the camera, they've just broken the fourth wall. And that has to be edited out. Like anyone who have seen Deadpool, he intentionally breaks the fourth wall. He talks to the audience. She looked at the camera, but the camera was so far away that it's almost like she did do it, but from an audience's perspective, she did it without intention. But now that I've seen the movie, it was an intentional act because of what the camera's perspective is, the presence, which is so brilliant in this movie. Now, I know this is kind of an unusual thing to talk about in a movie, but I want to bring it up because two things. I'm aware of why they did it, and I think I know how they did it. Now, I could be completely wrong. I feel like Lucy Liu's character, as you saw at the start of the film, I feel like her character, when she's outside talking on the phone, I feel like they did that in ADR. Now, what's ADR, you might ask? I'm about to tell you. What ADR is they film the whole movie. They film the whole movie, right? And then when they go into post-production, what they do is scenes like that, like when Lucy Liu is on the outside of the house, she's literally on the outside of the house and there's a wall, right? And the camera's perspective, and like I said, the camera is a character in this movie. The camera's perspective is looking at Lucy Liu's character and she's talking to someone on the porch/veranda. And the audio is really clear, like real clear. Like I think she's on the phone. And the audio, like you can't obviously hear the person on the other end of the phone, but the audio for us, for the character, for the camera's perspective, is really clear. And I thought to myself, A, she's got a lapel like I do right now, or that's ADR, which she's filmed her audio dialogue after the production was finished. And whichever way they did it, it was both audibly really, really well done. And I absolutely loved how they executed that. Now, they actually do that three times in this movie. Yeah, 3 times, completely separate times in this movie, and all 3 times the audio dialogue isn't muffled like it would be if someone was standing on the other side of a window. Like you couldn't hear them crystal clear, but they made it like you could, and I really appreciated that because the presence could hear them talking. And that is where the character of the camera was giving us as an audience an awareness, like I said, that the character was listening, which is so brilliantly done. It is so brilliantly done. Okay, this is weird, but I'm going to go there. I'm going to go there because it was weird. It was weird. Lucy Liu's character with the son, when they're in the dining room, they're not in the dining room, they're in the kitchen. And the camera's perspective is like above their heads. Like it's like that. It's kind of like mine is now, but it was a bit higher, right? And their conversation, I can't believe I'm going to go there, but I am. It's disgusting, and it weirded me out. It was like, and this is what, okay, it threw me off because I didn't know whether Lucy Liu was the stepmom or the biological mum to the kids. The reason why I say that is because their conversation was, she had a glass of wine in her hand. You could tell she had a few. What she was saying to him was dialogically, that's the thing, dialogically saying to the son really, really inappropriate shit. Like, really inappropriate shit. And he closed the dialogue by saying, oh, you're tired or you're drunk or whatever he said. And then he bailed out of the conversation. And I was like, the director has seen one too much inappropriate movie of content to be able to even know what that is. And it was like, I dead set was so thrown off by that. I was literally like, what the hell are they talking about? Because that sounds very inappropriate. It was weird, but they went there. And maybe I'm seeing that from a perspective of unclarity, but it felt like that. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. but I don't think I am. Speaking of weird, in another perspective of weird, a thing that I really, really loved about this scene, a sequence in this movie, is when Chloe is upstairs and she goes to have a shower. Now, I love how they did this. I love how they did this. A situation happens where something happens in her room and it's supernatural, okay? A supernatural situation happens in a room. No spoilers, guys. Situation happens in a room where something supernatural happens. The thing that I really valued so much about what happens in it is how caring it was, how kind and thoughtful and just nice it was. Because when you, from an outside perspective, see a situation like that, it would kind of freak you out, like it would. However, the presence did it in a manner where where Chloe didn't see anything, but B, when she realized what had happened, after the dad came in, because Chloe freaked out, the dad came in and she's like, oh, I think I saw a mouse. And she didn't give it away, which I thought was really fascinating, because she could have said blank happened, but she didn't, because of how it transpired. She realized that it was actually a good thing, which is why later on in the film she's not afraid of the presence. I know this is really random. I totally understand how random this is, guys, but I'm going to bring it up. Why? Because it's my movie review and I can. Did anyone else, those of you who've seen the film, hopefully you realize this, did anyone else notice that they changed the light fixtures in the kitchen from the opening film, from the start of the film, to when the dad is sitting down having a drink? Did anyone else notice that? Because I noticed that. The first ones were really pretty, and the other ones that Jay changed it to were kind of, I mean, they were alright, but they were nowhere near as good as the first ones. And I was a little bit disappointed because I thought the first fixtures were really nice. But did anyone else notice that? Because I thought that was awesome. Totally random. You're welcome. Let's get on to the next point. So, as I said before, guys, the conversation with Lucy Liu and her son, that was clarified in the scene with Lucy Liu and her husband, okay? Chris, which was weird because Chris's name is Chris in the movie. That was weird. Like, he kept his name. Whatever. Chris and Lucy Liu in the bedroom. The husband comes home from work and he's asking what she's doing, and she's like deleting emails or whatever she's doing. And I don't know if that was something deeper that you could have looked into that scene. I don't know. However, she dialogically says, I'm saying dialogically because that was her dialogue. She says to Chris, well, I know because I gave birth to both of them. And that was the scene that clarified it for me that she was the mum and not the stepmom. And obviously she was, I don't know, Asian. I'll say Asian. I don't know what nationality she was and the kids are. But obviously they were definitely hers. But that was the scene for me that was like, oh, okay, you're not stepmom, you're mum. Which kind of made the earlier scene way weirder. Way weirder. Way weirder. But it did. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. I know you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. I know this is crazy. But when the presence is in the room with Chloe and her boyfriend, which, whoa, I'll get to that. And the presence is watching the situation play out. And the presence is annoyed about the situation playing out. The thing that I didn't understand, and I feel like the edit cut was wrong. So they're sitting there, Chloe's here and the boyfriend's here, okay? Sorry, the Chloe's here and the boyfriend's here. The wardrobe is here, and the presence goes to the wardrobe, and a supernatural situation happens in the wardrobe. As the camera turns around to face them again, to face the bed, he's over here on the right. And I'm like, huh? That totally threw me off, because technically, he should have been on the left, or like walking towards from the left. But it was like he jumped over the side of the bed, but you didn't see that. The camera just panned around, the presence, turned around, and he was already on the right freaking out. And I was like, that was a bad edit. Like, it was a bad edit, because he shouldn't have been so far on the right when he was like far on the left on the bed on that side. So that kind of, it was almost like a mistake, but it wasn't a mistake, because the presence made the situation happen quite quick. And it just, that conspired weird in my personal opinion. And I know that's probably being fickle, but that's how I felt about that scene. Another scene of this movie that made me very, 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 very annoyed, guys. And I mean this in every way, shape, or form. This really bugged me. So they bring, I'm going to call it a medium, because a lot of people call it a medium. They bring a medium into the house to try and understand the presence, and a situation happens for them to bring in the medium, and I'm not going to spoil that because I don't do spoilers. A situation happens for them to bring in the medium into the house, and what the husbands, after the medium has done her thing, she sits back on the couch, and then their chemistry, and anyone who's been following me for any period of time, you know what I hate, you know what I love, and you know that character chemistry is so a vital, important part of a movie. Now, their character chemistry sucked so bad, was so crap. Just that husband and wife, not the rest of the family. I bought their chemistry. Again, it was weird with the mum and the son, but whatever. But when the husbands, he goes, oh, come and have a quick chat, whatever. And he goes, oh, this takes it out of her. She gets really drained. She's got to call in sick. She can't go to work. That bugged the shit out of me. It's, the husband's like, and he offers him something. That is what you call prostituting a gift. That is prostituting a gift. And she obviously had the gift because she could sense the presence. And that was, that bugged me to no end. I hated that, because that's what they do. They're always after money. And it was disgusting. That bugged me so badly. But, whatever. If you've seen this movie, you're going to get this joke. And if you haven't seen this movie, you're not going to get this joke. So go and see it so that you come back and understand this joke. Who the heck is Alan Doyle? Who's Alan Doyle? Who the heck is Alan Doyle? Oh my gosh. Oh man. Come on. You got to get that joke. I really hope you get that joke. Because when I wrote it, I was like, man, I hope people get this joke. Who the friggin' heck is Alan Doyle? If you've seen the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. And those of you who haven't seen the movie, you have no idea what I'm talking about. So you got to go and see the movie to see who or how or why I'm saying who's Alan Doyle. You're welcome. So to wrap this movie review up, guys, I'm going to say this. My final thoughts on this incredible movie. Tara, thank you. Michael, you suck. Seriously, guys, in any way, shape, or form, the end sequence of this movie made quite a few things happen at the end of this movie, guys. The Chloe's boyfriend, I'm not going to mention him because he's not worth mentioning, and when you see the movie, you'll know why, and if you haven't seen the movie, don't worry about it. what he does to the brother, what he does to Chloe is just despicable and it's disgusting. And the outcome was victorious. And I know that's horrible to say, but it was. It made me so physically, emotionally uncomfortable that it wasn't even funny. And all in all, guys, truly, yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. The mother and what she experiences through the window was full on. And through the mirror, I apologize, was full on. And it was just, yeah, one of those things that is just so supernatural. And yeah. So as I said, to wrap this movie review up, guys, that's the end. That's all. Seriously, guys, in my personal opinion, go out and watch this movie review. Go and check it out. Seriously, this Presence is absolutely a brilliantly, outstandingly awesome movie. It's not for everyone, definitely not everyone's cup of tea, but I really thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I thought it was amazingly powerful, awesome. And I'm going to roll my my outro, whatever. But like I said, guys, at the very opening of this movie review, after I roll the outro, guys, if you'd like to stick around and hear a testimony of my personal testimony about a situation that happens in this movie with the mirror, I'm about to share it with you now. But if you don't want to hear that, obviously, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for being here. You guys have been amazing. Thank you, seriously. What did you think about Presence? Did you like it like Tara did, or did you think it was an absolute waste of time piece of crap like my oldest brother Mike did? All film is subjective, guys. It completely depends on how open you are to this sort of stuff and how your experience is with this sort of stuff and what you want to experience and all that sort of stuff. Completely subjective. I get it. I totally understand that people are open to it, people are closed to it. It is what it is. I'm not here to judge, but I have personally experienced stuff, which I'm about to talk to you about myself. If you'd like to, if you'd be so kind, thank you for doing it. Like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Thank you for subscribing. Share this review with your friends on social media and all that sort of stuff. You guys have been amazing. I appreciate you so much. Tara, thank you so much for letting me know about this movie, and now you know my thoughts about this movie. You're amazing. I love you so much. Mwah! You're incredible. Thank you again so much. And an awesome shout out also to Joel for being incredible and being Tara's amazing husband. I love you guys so much. You guys are amazing. Guys, don't forget who's bringing this movie review. Guys, this is Superman Steve flying out. So as you saw in the opening of this movie review, guys, I'm about to share with you a personal testimony that I personally witnessed at the end of this movie. The reason why I've saved it to the right at the end of this movie review is because I don't want to spoil anything. And I didn't want to give anything away in the movie review. And like, if you've waited this long to hear it, then obviously you're really intrigued and interested to hear my testimony. I was really young. I was really young. I probably wasn't even a teenager yet. I actually wish I knew how old I was, but I don't remember how old I was. But the end of this movie, Lucy Liu experiences the presence of whatever it is that her son is trying to get her attention. And if you've seen this movie, you'll know that there's a mirror in the house that's been there for a really long time, and the mirror is a kind of a portal to another realm. And it's true because I've personally witnessed that myself in my personal life. Lucy Lou goes to the mirror, and as she looks in the mirror, her son isn't on this side of the mirror where reality is, but her son is on the other side of the mirror, where her reflection is. I don't know how old I was. I don't remember how old I was. But my family and I were about to move out of a house that we were currently living in at the time. And we were about to move out to go somewhere else. And it was really late in the afternoon. It wasn't quite nighttime yet, but it was really, really late in the afternoon. And the bedroom that I was playing in with my cousin, there was I don't know what the word is, but there was like a chest of drawers and a deep mirror at the back of the chest of drawers, and it was quite, it was kind of high, but I don't know, I was really short back then, so maybe it wasn't that high. And it was deep, the mirror was deep in the back, and it was angled to a degree where I could see the window, like that window from the mirror, right? And I wasn't even thinking anything of it, nothing at all, just playing. I didn't even know what we were doing. We were just playing some sort of game in the room. And the room was really, really clear because, as I said, we were moving house. And I was playing around, whatever, and I looked outside, and there was nothing out there. I was just, not consciously aware, not consciously looking outside, but just, my eyes were just looking outside. My head turned to look in the mirror, and from the mirror, I saw outside. Looking at the mirror, I saw outside the reflection, the image of a man standing at the window from the mirror. It was a man standing there, and he had long hair and a beard like mine, but much longer hair. I looked back outside to the window, and there was nothing there. I looked back at the mirror, and he was still there. I looked back outside, and there was nothing there again. I looked back at the mirror, and he was still there. I looked back outside one more time, and I ran really quickly to the window, and I looked out, and where we lived, there was a vacant lot here. So our fence line was there, and just there was a vacant lot. And where that vacant lot was, as I said, it wasn't quite dark. It was getting dark, but it wasn't like pitch black dark yet. So when I looked out, I could see everything that was there. And I looked down, and the side of the house was very, very open plan. Like there was trees and stuff, but I could see down both sides of the house. And as I looked out of the window, there was nothing there. There was nothing there. So there's no physical way that an entity, human being, whatever it was, could have ran away, because there was so much space there. And that happened to me. Absolute true story, 100% real. And it was, when I saw the ending scene where Lucy Lou sees her son in the reflection. Obviously, she saw him in the reflection, not out a window, but she saw him, and he was standing there, and just his way of saying goodbye. And I saw that. I've experienced that, and I believe that the man that I saw was Jesus Christ. I believe it was Jesus Christ, and I saw him in the flesh with my own eyes, but through a reflection of a mirror. I believe it to this day. There's no other explanation of who or what it could have been, but Jesus Christ come to just reveal himself in the flesh. And I've seen a lot of supernatural things in my life since that time, and that's for another video. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to my testimony, and I really appreciate you guys listening to that and hearing my thoughts on that testimony. Love you guys. Bless you. See ya.